All right, passionaire out there. Hello, Thursday night. Um, I love to be here. Maybe you may be watching the replay, regardless where you are live or watch the replay. This is the night we really talk about our passions. All right, so passion is something that everybody talk about, but it's really hard to nail it down, right? And it's something that, even just 3 year old got some kind of passion. We sometimes say that a baby is going through terrible too. You know what that means? It's basically the baby has a budding passion. So, and that's why it's no more, or she's no under so-called control. And the baby is looking for some independence. So that's some sort of passion there going on. Just try it out. So, along our development across different age, then preteen and teenage years, go to college, young adult, and we are developing. And in every developing cycle or season, we call it here. Hey, passionaires, you are out there. I know you. We all been through something. Our passions are sometimes all over the place. Sometimes our passion are, we call this suppressed. That means like, I don't have the motivation to do anything. So that's why we are here, all the passionaires. You know what? Passion is someone who really love what they do and do it very well for life. Okay, that's what that is. And you're out there watching. I know you care about your passion. Do you? Yeah, I think so. I do. And I grew up in a culture which is, more in Taiwan. I was a Taiwanese, and I moved to this nation, America. So I split my time between these two cultures, almost half and half. So to me, if you want to define me, with my ethnic background, I love to sit down and talk to how Taiwanese food can really, really be identity, all right? But I can also talk about American culture here because I've been here long enough. So I'm bilingual. I speak both Chinese and English, some Taiwanese. Yeah, that's a great way of discussing who we are. But you know what? Deeper in this, which I found out globally, go beyond our skin color, our cultural depths. There's something that's really we have common. We are very common. That's our motivation, our so-called passion, right? And so if you are here on Thursday or you are watching replay, hey, passionate out there, that's why we really sit down. And what's really making more special is everybody's passions are different. I hope until today, you will start to really hold that dear to your heart, because we hold that to us, it's like we have seen thousands and thousands of clients and people who take PQ, which is called passion quotient test, and benchmark against global data. I can really honestly tell you, I haven't seen another profile that's just the same. That's why I'm, as a coach, as your friend, as your uncle, I'm here every time there's a new passion profile pop up. Like this one I have in mind. Like right now in my hand, a passion profile pop up. I just like, wow, it's just like another amazing person just pop up, and the profile cannot repeat itself. I love it. So for all of us, that's something I really want you to know. So to us is more than just the data. It's how we start to perceive, start to look at the world, look at people, especially human being around us, with a different light, with a different angle, with a different, how should I put it? It's like, instead of just you and I assume too much. Coach K look like a Chinese guy. Yes, I am. But there's more depth to it, Actually, I have 3/8 of my blood, Japanese. So you probably don't see that. And he said, oh, no, I got him. He's a Japanese. Now, if you look at my outlook appearances, yeah, you can make all the comment, conclusion. But you know what? Deeper than just the outlook appearances, I'm unique. And you are too. You're supposed to be. So if I can know you, I can talk to you, we call it being to being conversation. Instead of we go beyond the doing, we go beyond the outlook, appearances, our ethnic background, color, skin. We have something in common with something so different, not because of culture only. It's what's really driving you and me inside. So, passionate out there, that's why every Thursday night, we have different people come on board. And all these people are bold and brave passionaires. They are willing to be here live, and in a way, so we want to encourage them. I want you to come in. We always call it unassuming. When we see somebody, hey, I'm not going to judge you, how you look, what you say, what you do. I'll ask those information just for reference. But what I love to have engaging a conversation tonight is not counseling. You don't come to me for counseling. I'm a very bad counselor, by the way. So you know that, all right? So, but I'm a very good coach. The difference is this, as your coach, I'm on the sideline. You are the player. I'm not going to just observe you. I'm here to look at you. I have a framework of different things that I can put you in different framework and see where you are right now. What season are you right now in terms of career, relationship? You want to make a big move? Can I put you in the framework of something else? A development cycle of some career stuff. Give you like real, not advices, but I hope to help you make that decision that you will not regret. So we can really move season by season. Passionaires, you and I are someone who love what we do and do it very well for life. That's a tall order. That's not easy. That includes marriage, including anything. but this is where you are here. That's why we call ourselves passionaires. So hopefully, I used to watch a program called Who Want to Be a Millionaire. They go through 6 questions and they got that $1 million. But hey, today, you have to go through me. So be here, be bold. If you come here, you never have a PQ, we'll blast you with a free PQ, which you answer 128 questionnaires. We'll send your data to a global data bank. And then we're going to benchmark all your passion. We'll get a profile, which is unique. 1 out of 200 billion possibility. So I can corner you. One thing I don't do tonight, I am not able to corner you somewhere. I'm not going to stereotype anybody. You coming, I have unassuming mind. I'm like, wow, that person is unique. And then also we'll look at our so-called PQ dynamic. Like, where are you right now, seasonal? Are you a leader? Are you a dreamer? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you an integrator? Are you an administrator? And how, things are working in your life. So we can help you, hopefully, with all this framework work, and the mind especially will help you to really find out who you are. And I hope you pick up that language at today's very short session. So come on here every Thursday night, Passionaire. This is definitely not just counseling. This is not career consultation. I don't do all that. There are people do that for their career, but I'm here. Allow me to be your coach for a night. Now, I'm not doing the professional coaching, but I want to be here to let you ask questions, and I will get your data in my hand. I'm not sideline. I'm like, all right, here. How can we work together to take the next step? All right. So tonight, we have Kyle on board. Kyle just jumping. Thank you. Oh, wow. Kyle just finished a meeting or something, so he's still jumping. He probably still empty stomach, right? You have not eaten anything. Oh, I can see that. That's usually the most efficient Thursday night. I'm kidding. So I'm going to bring Kyle in. Kyle is a cool guy. I have his profile with me, but I kind of already know him. Although it's the first time we met. All right. So Kyle coming. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Kyle, how are you?
Could be worse.
Could be worse. Hey, you start with something could be worse. I love it. Okay, but could be better. Okay, yeah. How are you doing? Just seriously, like busy day? Cool. All right. Tell me, why are you here? Just a little bit, like, anything you have in mind. Just share with us and share with me. And something I want to just let you know, this is not like, even though we are live streaming, but this is really for our passionate community. Every Thursday, we just go through this. Everybody learn from everybody, each other. So it will be wonderful learning, wonderful talking. Sometimes even more. It's more like how can a human being be motivated? Stuff like that. So welcome on board. Okay, Kyle, tell me a little bit why you are here tonight. Just a little bit, like quick one. Yeah.
I was motivated to come here from my wife, who also spoke with you. She's also Melanie. You can see her with her
She
camera
is
off.
on board. Gotcha.
She gained a lot from it, and it took a while, but she finally persuaded me to take the PQ test and to set up the meeting. And I'm glad I did. I am a little bit confused about where this leads to, but I'm very, very curious. And so that brought me here tonight.
Sure. Wow. Okay. So thank you, Kyle, for sharing. Your wife, Melanie, here also on the waiting room, you say she got a lot out of this. Anything from your perspective, like, yeah, I see some changes, or like something that's, really different. Go ahead, Kyle.
She has the vocabulary to explain to me how what she wants to do fits with her idea of herself, which is clearer now, I think, than it was before in conversations.
Oh, so Melanie, how long you been married, by the way?
So 6 years now. Oh, I'm sorry, were you asking her? Okay.
I'm asking you. No,
Oh,
Melanie
okay.
will be muted throughout the whole session until you agree she won't come in. It is your session. Okay, Kyle. I'm ignore her, not because I ignore lady, but this is your session because you should find out how unique you are. And she's just watching on the sideline. Is that okay? I want to make sure that's what I'm focusing on right now. It's like you and your unique passion. Is that okay? Yeah. So even though she's watching, just forget about it. She's not watching. She's learning. So this is the best time, learn with a master coach here about you, Kyle. All right. So wonderful. 6 years of marriage. Yeah. How did you two meet? It's interesting because you two are very different internal passion. Your passion profile is like, whoa, this is like north and south, east and west. And it's like, whoa. Okay. Tell me a little bit about how you meet first. Like you really run into each other or something? Yeah, go ahead. You did?
Yeah, essentially. I was living in Beijing at the time, and she was a waitress, and she came to my table, and I guess we had a connection.
So you two ran into each other in that kind of scenario?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. All right. 6 years. And then you decide to move here, or it must be a lot of journey. You two have to discuss and to come together, because it's like Beijing and now here in the US, I assume, right? Are you in US?
Yeah, I'm in New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to tell me a little bit about that? Because that couple with you married there, you ran into each other, your PQ are so unique, so different. You two are very different personality. So how does it work? Now I'm curious. Tell us about your journey from Beijing. You ran into each other, you got married there or come back. Give me a little bit. Now you are here. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we technically got married there, had the ceremony here, and then we discussed that I had wanted to go to law school for a long time. We discussed what that meant for us as a couple, and I was getting older, old for a law student. Finally, with her support, I said, I don't know, I have to shit or get off the pot, basically do it or decide not to do it, and then I'll talk about it again. And then we moved here to where I got into law school, and she found a job, but it was not easy. To your point.
It is not easy, I bet. All right. So, and what made you both to decide to move to US now? Like, you were there so for you, that's temporary anyway, right? Okay. So you plan to move back anyway. So you're probably there studying, doing a job.
To be honest, I wasn't sure.
Okay. So you were not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so moving back here is your decision, her decision, or both of you made that decision. What is it?
I had thought it was my decision. I think she felt perhaps that it was more of Sorry, I thought it was our decision. I think now she feels it was more of my decision and her tagging along.
I love that. So everybody like not sure whose decision right now. Okay, got you. All right. Okay, that's one point. That's very good. And do you have kids?
Not yet.
Not yet. So you are working or you are studying to a law school thing, right?
Working.
You are working and studying for law school.
Oh, done with law school. I was done last year, and then I started working last October until now.
Okay, so is that along the line of law, practicing law?
Yeah, this is my office.
Here we go. Wow. Okay, here all the passionaries now. We have a attorney from New York. Is it New York? Is New York? Yeah, New York. Okay, here we go.
There it is. You can see the frosted glass.
The frosted glass, late night hours. Now it's 8:17 in the East Coast. She's still in the office now. You have not eat, have you? All right, poor lawyer. Kyle, I love this. I love it. I want to put you at ease. Okay, that's okay. He still find the time to talk to Coach K. That's pretty cool. I love it. I love it. All right, so do you like what you do now?
I like
look at the face. Hold on. That
Okay.
face is $1 million. Okay. Do you like what you do now?
I like parts of it. Overall, I'm unsatisfied.
I can see that. How long you been working on this job?
Since October. So what is it? April for 7 months.
I assume it's a law firm. You coming from the entry level, not even the junior partner, but the so-called, how do you call them? The entry level attorney, which, okay. So,
yeah.
So interesting, but you pay a big price to go to law school and everything, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You mean price?
Price, everything, money, time, and talent.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All of that. Yes. Agreed.
All of that. Do you think it's worth it? That says another $1 million. You earn $2 million from Coach K tonight. That one just says, oh, go ahead. Just express it. Go ahead. Hey, come on.
I'm still hopeful. It hasn't paid off emotionally. I mean, financially, yes, it's paid off. Emotionally, it's not where I want to be. It's not led me to where I want to be yet.
Okay.
But it did give me the skills that I was looking for.
Okay, that's something
we
might be able to talk about. Yeah, okay. Tonight, where you want to be. Is that okay?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying you should quit job. No, never in our session you should quit something, but you should start back off a little bit from outside to inside, from human doing to a human being, and see why am I motivated, and all that. Okay, pretty cool. Now you also want to know a little bit or talk about relationship. Is that part of this?
Yes.
All right. Forget about Melanie is here. She's on the sideline. Okay, so she can't talk. So, all right. So, so I want to be brutal. You be brutal, honest. No, I'm kidding. No, this is online. So, I want you to be you, Kyle. Okay. So I want you to just be awake, because this is very important for you to really take a psychological break. Be you just for an hour. Okay, that's very crucial. I don't think you have been doing that. I look at your face, your profile. You have been doing that for a while. You are highly stressed. You are looking for approval. You are looking not just from Melanie. You are looking for approval from everywhere. And for you, you almost start to wonder whether your physical condition will get impacted. You know what I'm saying? You start to think about a lot of stuff in your mind. So this is very volatile situation. It's not uncommon for the first year into the so-called high stress job, like attorney job in the New York office. But your all of your profile tell me this is transient. But the question is where you want to transit to. Where are you going? That's a key point, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about the relationship side. Anything you want to talk about? Then we'll dive into it. Yeah.
Sure. What's usually a good place to start? I feel like I'm groping a little bit on where to start with talking about relationship.
6 year, Melanie. I she was on our program on the Chinese side. So I know a little bit her background. And you have been together for 6 years. I'm not trying to refer into a movie called, usually after marriage start with 7th year. That's where all the romantic and all the excitement, the fire is like, okay, we got it. Okay, we have it. I've been there, done that. Now the 7th year, a lot of time is where it's getting like, all right, so where are we going from this point, right? And this is really a good stop to like, okay, what we didn't have, what we did have. And from this way, moving forward, where are we going? Those are things will pop up. Like not just you, every couple will get married. Usually people have that 6 years. They start to really like, wow. A lot of them just have kids to put a band-aid on this thing. That's not the best way to do it. Okay. So I think you're honest. That one I know from your profile. Okay. You are very honest gentleman. All right. But today, I want you to tell me about your thoughts or feeling, whatever you have. Like I want to just hear a little bit. I just want to sample a little bit where you are in terms of this. Anything. Just it doesn't have to be systematic. Just you, Kyle. You, yeah.
Okay. Relating to the marriage or the relationship.
Yes.
I think first, 6 years is the time we've been legally together, but we felt we've been together for 10 years. Next month, May 2nd, will be our 10-year anniversary of being together. Marriage didn't feel like a big change. So I would say a 10-year relationship is the sort of the context for us. I think when I decided to go back to law school, we lost a little bit of the connection we had in terms of being able to relate to each other as fully as before. I put all my energy into school, into career, and a lot of my energy is still there in order to impress the right people. And in a job like a law firm, you don't have one boss, you have many. Everyone is your boss.
Everybody's your boss. I got it. Yeah.
And I think what I'm only beginning to realize now that I'm a couple months in is I want more from the marriage. I want what we had before.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Say a little bit more, because there's a contrast. What you have a new career, you spend time into it, and law school, tuition, less pay in another job. You probably do and now you feel like you want to pick up some lost thing in relationship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Elaborate on this a little bit. Just be Kyle, be you. I want you to talk like you. Just forget about Melanie, forget about other people. Just you talking. Like what's in Kyle right now? Like on this one, you want to pick up relationship. Give me more on this. Yeah.
I feel like before I didn't feel limited. I felt like I could be fully me, and we didn't have to worry about finances in the future and each other's career. But now I feel like when we're interacting, there's always things in the back of my mind. This is the person I make a budget with. This is the person that I'm going to have kids with. There are all these other things that get in the way of fully connecting the way we used to. That on top of coming home tired.
Physically, right?
Physically, emotionally.
Gotcha.
More emotionally, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I feel the blockage is. I don't feel it's on her side. I feel it's from me. Because I think in many ways she's still the same person she was, in a positive way. Still the same person who can enjoy life, who sees things positively, as opposed to me, who I generally see things pretty negatively. And of course,
that's
you see our profiles.
All your lifetime is like that. You tend to see the glass half empty, right?
Yeah,
I got you. Okay, that has been you for almost your lifetime.
I tried to tell myself that it's a mark of a good lawyer, always looking for the client's risk, always thinking of what could go wrong.
You could be. Yeah, okay.
But I don't think that should go beyond the office.
Gotcha. All right. But it's so hard to not to bring that home, right? Or else, gotcha. All right. That's wow, that's very Kyle, I think. Okay, pretty cool. I appreciate your brutal honesty. But tell me a little bit more because 10th year into relationship, what really keep you in the relationship? You have to tell me one thing, one or two. I need that.
One thing is I feel secure having
Aha.
someone in my life.
Wow, it's powerful. Okay.
And two, she knows how to deal with me at my worst.
So she has seen that and she's not afraid of it. She's not shying away from it. So she have seen it, but she stick with it. And then she's good enough, or she's good at, or she's willing, right, to really be with you when you are the lowest. Does that make sense?
Yes. However, for too long, I think I've taken that for granted, that she will be with me, knowing that I'm at my worst. It's up to me to make steps to move away from being at my worst, so it doesn't drag her down. If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I got you. No, this is good night for you because just take an hour break, and talk. Not in the counseling. I'm not a counselor, so I'm keep interrupting. I'll keep interrupting you because I'm a coach. I'm kind of trying to lead you to some kind of direction. Does that make sense? I may have to force you to nudge you a little bit. I got to do that. Okay. Are you ready for that? Kyle? All right. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, your profile, your passion is very unique. Kyle, I have to be honest with you. Your profile looked like a teenager. No, in a good way. In a good way, because you have so
I'm not that
many
surprised.
things. What? You are surprised, right?
I'm not surprised.
Oh, you're not surprised. Tell me why. Because your profile, I coach thousands of people around the globe. Your profile is a teenage boy still looking for something. Come on. No, I'm not looking something outside the marriage, but you are searching, you are looking, you are analyzing, you are looking. You know what I'm saying? Like you have that all over the place, like I would say 17-year-old.
Yeah, I'm
Am I right?
surprised.
Is that correctly describing you?
Yeah, I agree. And
You
for
are.
those who don't know, I'm 33.
Nobody, seriously, you are 33, but your profile looks like a 17-year-old, which that means that's one of the wonderful season. Could be very painful, but that means you still have a lot of fires under the hood, which you want to try to experience it, to direct it, to manage it, to let it burn. I don't know. I mean, I can see that you have like, wow. It's like, I say, I look at it like I didn't check your date of birth. So I said, wow, I'm coaching a teenager today. And you are. Now, you realize, you know this about you, right? I don't have to tell you. Cool. You are, right? Within you, there's a 17-year-old boy.
Yeah.
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 Go ahead.
I assume you mean, well, and I'm thinking about a couple of specific aspects that I associate with you saying 17 years old. One of them is looking for outside affirmation. One of them is curiosity. And also my prestige factor was really high, that I value prestige.
All right.
So those are the things that came to mind when you said 17.
Yeah. I'll pull some of this out just in a minute. This thing is just so powerful. It's like from your data, it's just like, like, wow, I'm not sure who I'm coaching tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, all right, let me get this one out. This has some of your very high stuff. Just give me a minute. Do. Here we go. All right. So you have something. You are looking for the outside approval. Okay, let me Look at here, acceptance. Your number is 2.0, the highest in the world, Kyle. Nobody's higher than you. Hey, no, seriously, it's like, it's a wonderful passion. It's hard to manage. It's like a burning fire because everywhere you go, you want people to not just give you like, ah, Kyle, good job. You don't want that. You feel like just you want somebody to sit down, talk to you, just really give you a good feedback. You love that, right? Yeah. And you are very, status is high, number is 1.94. That's the highest is 2.0. You're up there, like you really want to yourself want to be a brand name to other people. Like you want to carry some status with you, like prestige with you, right? Like your work, your presentation, the way you know what I'm saying? Like you want that. And you probably want to give your family that too. Wow, the best the world can get, right? Not just for yourself. I think for you, that's and then your curiosity, like you always want to ask why. Like a 17-year-old, like why? Maybe when Melanie wanted to do PQ, why? What is PQ? What is Coach K guy? Right? Yeah, you've been through that. Got you. And it's amazing. And I will pull out something which like a 17-year-old too. Your eating is very high. Let me get that one out. Oh, you have a very high, you love eating, do you?
That is one thing Mel and I did share from the result.
Yeah. Okay.
One of the few things.
Yeah. So you have a high eating. So this is very 17-year-old. I'm not saying in terms of immaturity. I'm saying your motivation is very young. It's very, how should I say? I'm assuming it's very volatile. It's like you are trying. Maybe you try too hard, but from outside you look very collected, control, intellectual. That's probably your protection, right? But inside, I can look at this. This is really something that very sensitive. Can I say that? Kyle, you feel okay? Yeah, you can pick up little thing in the conversation very quickly. You will know what your client wants before even the client say something, right? Or your boss wants something like, okay. Now, have you been like this, or just after 10 years of marriage, it turned you back to a 17-year-old boy? You have to tell me this. Like, this is very serious. This is the first key point. Like, have you been like this, or this is a transient?
I think I've been mostly like this for the last 10 years. I think in the last 2 or 3 years, I've become much more sensitive to criticism and setbacks.
Yes. So, see, tonight, I really think, there are a couple of ways, that I cannot help you is I do feel like in your teenage years, there was something happen. Pretty big. You don't have to share online because this is live. Okay, that belongs to a private coaching session stuff. But because your profile and now we talk, in your teenage year there was something happen. You don't have to share. Please don't share. But that maybe an incident, or maybe it's a prolonged period of time that all your part of you kind of frozen in that time frame, okay, inside, okay. This one to me is very coachable because you are willing to share. Most people like you would never share, would never come to a session like this. So, but that incident or that prolonged period of time where it froze you around that time frame, and your motivation are kind of a snapshot of that, and that become kind of your identity within. You could do very well outside, but once you get to inside, that's where you are. Now, the acceptance can easily translate into insecurity if it's not well managed. That means you will never feel secure enough. And that's why maybe Melanie provides that security somehow. You say that, right? Because she accepts you. Can I say she really accepts you, at least to a level that you never imagined someone could have? Wow. here we go. All right. But so, and you have something very, very powerful. Let me get all your highest in the world thing, teenage level. I love it. I mean, you have a high saving. Okay, let me pull that one out.
Yeah, I'm kind of a hoarder.
Yes, I can see that. Oh boy, let me pull that one slowly. Oh, there. Let me do that. Hold there. Okay, here we go. So your high saving 2.0. Let me just do that. Look at that. Okay, that's 2.0, 2.0. Okay. So for you, it's not just money. We have 3 T's: talent, treasure, and time. So all of that, you're probably very like, you're always constantly on edge for those things, right? Like, gotcha. So that's a lot of stress. Okay.
What do you mean by talent, or by saving talent?
Saving talent means you want to use your talent to its maximum. So that may contribute to why you are not happy here. You feel your talent is not being utilized to its maximum. Am I right? Yeah, here we go. So you probably have a lot of, no, you don't have to do this because your boss may be watching. No, I'm kidding. That the way they are running something may not be the optimum situation to get somebody's talent out. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it's not just money. We put this one kind of funny, but it's not just money. It is 3 T's, talent. So we'll come back to that. This one 2.0. So you have a lot of things up there. And you have something called tranquility. I'm going to pull this one out. Also 2.0. That's the highest in the world. It's very important because
I was really curious what that meant.
Okay, I'll let you know in a minute.
Okay.
Which is very, very crucial for today's talk. So here we go. Tranquility. Woo, tranquility. What that means, means you don't have tranquility. That to look for a place tranquil, or a job tranquil, a family tranquil, that's your motivation because you don't have it. You want it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Right. That's 2.0 too. And you want to win too. You have. So I love it. Hey, now let me talk to the passionate out there. Hey, passionate out there. If you are a teenager, you are watching this, you probably feel a sense of belonging. Kyle today, attorney, a lawyer. You see, I mean, this is really something that make a person young. I love it. It's like what the young people are supposed to look like. That you have a lot of things going on. You don't know what to do, what to pick. That's okay. That's exactly how people start. And then the passion starts to consolidate. You start to be able to manage it. Some of the passion will start to consolidate. And there will be a couple of things become your lead passion. Hopefully you find one lead passion for your life. That's very crucial because you know what? If you have so many leaders inside you is not anybody else. It's not the society. It's not the politics. It's not your wife. It's not your husband. It's not your parent. It's not even your past failure, past success. Forget about it. Inside you, there are so many Coach K all are leading. Every passion is competing for your attention. That life is tough, guys. I mean, that life is like, before you can even work with anybody outside, you have to settle all this inside. Today you wake up, tranquility is leading. Like, I need to have a tranquil day. But then you have to accept it and say, hey, I'm here. I won't get approval from my boss. You can't have a tranquil day today. And then while you are going to the work and you are delayed by a taxi, you couldn't get a taxi, you are wasting your time, and your saving come on and say, I'm 2.0. Hey, Coach K, you are not satisfying me. You are not managing your time. You see that? And while you get hungry, empty stomach like Kyle today, your eating come out and say, I need to eat well. And then you have to satisfy your curiosity, ask all about this, above all, why? So if a person is being led by so many very high passions, that's very, very challenging life. So I'll go back to talk to Kyle in a minute, but hey, passionate something PQ can help you is put all this a number, but those are just numbers. It's benchmark against globally. So today, Kyle's number is benchmark against data collect from the past 30 years over Europe, North America, Asia. So you can't just have this excuse, oh, this is the data for just Asia. No, this is the data for everybody, all across even season of life. So Kyle already ranked all very high on this. So I think today I'd like to just talk to Kyle in a minute when we come back. Hey, which one could be his sort of a leading group, okay? By saying that, some of the other passion, although scoring high, need to take a step back. Okay. Eating, I have to get your vengeance out. Kyle, you have another one. So you're an amazing guy. If you are 17-year-old, I would like to hire you to do an internship in my job. I love this. Okay. And because you are competitive, you are super competitive, Kyle. Are you? Yeah. See, look at Kyle right now. Kyle, I look at you. People will not recognize how competitive you are inside. Am I right? You hate to lose. You want to win. You are going to calculating. You are going to just like, hey, let me do something to change the score, to change something. Am I right, Kyle? Wow. All right. That number is high, 1.09. Okay. And you're also social. I love the day. Social is very high too. So you actually not just want to please people, you want to be around people all the time. Am I right?
Yeah, I feel like that's how I recharge.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Hey, the number is 1.59. Hey, I know this is very confusing, guys. I mean, this is all Coach K in my face. and all this like at minimally above 1.0, some of them close to 2.0, which is the highest score in the world. So Kyle, imagine all this passion inside you. Like what you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 7, 8, 8 cylinder. You are running the 8-cylinder engine. I love that. That's why I call you 17-year-old, because you have 8-cylinder. You own 8-cylinder going on. But 8-cylinder, they must have a go through some kind of cycle. They cannot just be on all the time. You're going to go blow up. Okay. So we got a job to do. We have about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Okay. So folks, let me talk to the passionate. Just give me one more minute. Passionate out there. I'm going to help Kyle right now. It's not going to be an easy process. Most of 17-year-olds have to go through this process once in their life. We have to pick one leader inside you. Okay. Is that simple? To put it simple, Kyle, you have to put one leader inside you today. Okay, one. But it's a tough choice. If you're online, I don't know what Kyle to pick. I have my guess. So I want some of you online people, after you just watch this as part of our passionate community, I want you to take a good guess, or just like which one Kyle would pick as hopefully the final leader of all of this. All right. All right. So Kyle, I'm back to you. All this could be your one leader inside you, at least for this season. Without this, you can't make no decision. Man, I have to be honest with you. I don't think you can make any decision right now. Am I right? It's hard for you to make any decision. Yeah. So that's not good, because all this, if you are not start to get kind of lined up, this one can go for another 7 years, and you will feel so drained, and you could burn out along the line. It will affect your sometimes job performance. It's not even your fault. You know what I'm saying? You already get burned out inside. Okay. Burnout means you feel so tired, but you are not physically tired. You know what I'm saying? You just feel you are not motivated to do anything, and you cannot make a decision. So do you want to get out of this kind of this track? The trajectory is pointing toward that, because you have so many leaders in you. Ready? It's a tough. It's going to feel painful, but all right. So let me just make myself even smaller. I'm gone. I'm really, really small here. Out of all this, Kyle, if you had to pick one single leader, which one?
Make
can
this
ask questions.
bigger. Okay.
You can ask questions. I know. See, I love it. Kyle say, "Oh God, yes, we need God's help too." So no, but you just out. You can ask questions. You're not sure what that is. Just ask question. I'll answer on the sideline. But you are the player. You have to take that shot. So before you shoot it, the shot has to be called. So it's a 3-pointer. It's a layup. It's a dunk shot. I have no idea. But which one are you going to pick? Because I'm not saying you should be all your life like that, but I need you to pick one leader within you. Now, you are 33-year-old. If you don't pick one, Melanie could help you when you say you are really lowest. But can I just say this while you are picking this Kyle? When you are the lowest, it's not you. It's all these passions are looking to lead in you. That's a pretty chaotic situation inside. When you get into that situation, it's very tough. Maybe Melanie has been that. So I want to help you not get back to that valley. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, ask question. Which one could be your shot right now? Like, no, seriously, just for the next couple of years. Once we have that, then we'll come back to about job, relationship. Without that, you cannot function. I have to be honest with you. You are not functioning. You are just surviving. You will feel you are surviving. You are a survivor. You are not. Come on, Kyle. You are more than a survivor. If this one could really start to manage and practice consistently, it will. I've seen this transformation from all my clients. You are very motivated. You will be very, very, how should I say? You will be a passionaire. Okay. Ask question. Go ahead.
What does it mean to choose one in a simple 2 or 3 sentences?
Yeah. Choose one is before you make any decision, before you even try to have a relationship with Melanie or your boss, your client, every morning when you wake up, you have to tell yourself, Kyle, this passion is my leader. So you almost make every decision checking with that passion first. If that passion make a decision, the rest of the passion, please shut up. You have to tell them, shut up.
So what does it mean to choose something that some would think of as negative, like vengeance, as a leader?
Yeah. Vengeance sounds like a very negative thing, but you score very high. So in our PQ language, nothing is negative. Okay. The vengeance, high or low, some of the society or your family value may tell you, oh, vengeance is not good, But you know what? Vengeance high or vengeance low, both are legit drivers. Okay. But they just opposing passions. High vengeance people could be forgiving, but you have to give that high vengeance person some time to express the vengeance. Okay. So you cannot just suppress it. So if you with your motivation within is 17-year-old, but your outside look very suppressed. Can I be honest with you, Kyle?
Yeah.
You don't look confident to me. I have to say that. But you already do the best you can to really come to this point. But yes, so let me just put it straight. Vengeance is good or bad. I don't know. Depends how you manage it. But you got to recognize this is one of your lead passions inside. If you don't recognize it, you never know how to deal with that inside. Use the outside thing to suppress it, just make it worse. When the vengeance came out, probably in the past, when you couldn't suppress anymore, it could just explode. Am I right, Kyle? It could just boom, and then that's where you start to really feel like, oh man, I'm lousy, I'm not qualified, I don't belong. No, that's your vengeance is not well managed. But it's true to you though. So you almost embrace that, even though people may say it's bad, or you may have done good, bad thing, but you have to recognize that's in you. You are not going to get rid of it. You have to manage it and start how to deal with it to make it a leader, but lead with example, lead with how to manage the right time and all of that. Does that make sense? So high vengeance people, for example, that's why you pick law. Can I be honest? Now, this is my can I be honest now. This qualifies you to be attorney because you care about justice. You care about right or wrong. You love to pick fault at people. You want to just pick up the weak point so you can really find out what is right or wrong. That makes you a good lawyer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All the lawyer I work with, high vengeance. Okay? So for example, so I want you to say, there's nothing bad and good about this. Is just one way of what the motivation is going. So when we do PQ, we don't want to put the value system on top. We'll pick the value system back, put it on top to manage it. But you know what? Value system could change. Value system could get better, right? But these passions won't change, Kyle. It will always be in you.
So is it fair to say choosing a leader means identifying a primary passion that motivates me and that I choose and accept as motivating me above the others.
Okay.
And then later working with a framework to manage or express how it comes out. Is that a fair?
You are the coach material. You should join our coaching team. So say that one more time, Kyle. You're over. Folks, listen. I'm not saying this. This is Kyle, first time come on board because of his wife pushed him to go. So Kyle, just say that one more time. Use your own word. This is exactly what that is. Come on, guys. Come on, Kyle, go.
Okay. My understanding is that choosing a leader means identifying a passion that is the primary, is two things. One, that is a primary motivator and that I accept as the primary motivator.
Yes.
And will nurture. And then another step is creating or accepting a framework to nurture or express and control how that comes out.
You just say in one sentence why we need PQ coach. You got it. You are the best coach of your own passion, Kyle.
Thank you.
So there are a couple of key words. Number one, you choose. You have to pick. You can't let your heart just run over your head. Does that make sense? You can't let passion run over you. They run over you all the time. When they do that, you belong to that valley of darkness, Kyle. That's a very dark place to be. Am I right, Kyle?
Yeah, that I understand.
You wake up and you don't know what to do, but there's so many things you want to do. That's not a good place to go. Okay. So you have to choose. So that's what you never done that before. I'm going to help you tonight. You have to choose. So your free will, you have to pick up your head, not your heart. You pick up your head, say, I'm going to tell myself this season, this is my second keyword, primary leader. And then with that primary leader, you accept that to be who you are. You have to accept yourself first before you can get approval, accept by anybody. If you never accept who you are inside, Kyle, you will never find peace through that, the passion called acceptance. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the final one is, then we have a framework, which that's a coaching company. We don't have time for that. So put this kind of leadership in you, you start to work a framework, how to manage other passions, okay? And then you will start to get out of that slump or the dark valley I talk about, which is just I'll call it a valley of too much passion, a valley of multiple leaders in you. They all want your attention. Then you get nobody's attention. Okay. You will feel you lose yourself to a point you don't even recognize who you are. That's a very bad place to be. I think you've been there. I don't have to emphasize it, right? Here we go. Okay. Thank you, Coach Kyle. No, you got it. But now you got it is the first step. Okay. Well, you have so many. So that's why this is guys out there passionate. This is a classic case. There's many passions. I even have a problem. So I'm going to sit here, drink a cup of get some kind of drink going. Kyle, ask me questions, and after you do this, I may get Melanie in because she may confirm what you just say. or she could put some advice as well. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you pick, forget about her now. And we have some other coaches here online, Coach Casey, Coach Joyce, Coach Haiti. We may get some people around, not just me, in addition to you and Melanie, to give you a little bit about your pick. How about that? Is that okay? So get like 360 degrees of people around you tonight to kind of like see, yeah, okay, go ahead. Ask question, like so many, so I don't know how to help you. Which one you have question with? Go ahead.
So choosing acceptance, again, doesn't mean that I'm searching for acceptance, period. It means that I'm accepting it as that is the primary motivator. And then could you elaborate a little bit more about choosing acceptance?
Wow, that's wonderful. So I'm going to pull, let me just get rid of other passions, acceptance, eating. Okay. I'll get rid of some of the other irrelevant one, acceptance. All right. So what does it mean to led by acceptance? Okay. I bet this has been your life all the time. I personally feel you have been led by acceptance since teenager years. So I bet that incident, that prolonged time when you were teenagers, has something to do with acceptance, that you didn't get too much either way. Am I right? Yeah. You don't have to tell me the detail. I just could see it. So acceptance, if you're led by acceptance, which I think have been led by acceptance. So you, whatever happened, whatever saving, vengeance coming, your final decision will lean into whoever accepts you. You'll go with that. Am I right?
I think I've been led by it, yes. And then I guess since tonight you said lead with your head over your heart.
Your heart, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out if I want to continue that.
So, okay. Okay. You have to make that call right now because you have been led by this. It's from your heart. It will tell you, no matter what that decision is, whoever accepts you, regardless is a good or bad purpose or good, whatever good or bad decision, you're going to go along with acceptance. Your final, this one almost like a trample on any other passions. I could tell. But do you want to continue to be led by acceptance?
I guess
2.0 is very high. There's a lifestyle to it, but do you want to?
What am I limiting myself to by choosing this? Maybe that's a way to frame it.
Yeah, then you shouldn't be a lawyer. There's no lawyer is high acceptance like you. Zip, I promise you, I have data for lawyer, attorney. Everybody is opposite from this, is low acceptance. They say what they want to say. They don't care, but they hurt other people's feelings. They don't need to be accepted.
Agreed.
Agree. See, here we go. So that resolve
yeah.
why you feel lousy in this kind of environment, because everybody else is different from you. They are low acceptance to start with. If you want to led by this, don't be attorney. No, I'm just saying tonight, can I be honest? You're going to suffer all your life because wherever you go, they are around you. You are the high accepted fish in the low acceptance, pool. It's like you swim in this water you don't want. Unless you change, unless you manage this one. Yeah, you got a good chance, but this got to come down.
Does it make sense to choose it because I want to manage it more than others?
No,
that doesn't
because
make sense.
The only way you can manage acceptance is you direct your attention to another passion. So your acceptance has to learn to say, yes, sir, not to you, but yes, sir, another passion. If I can accomplish that, shut up acceptance. Whether I accept it or not, it doesn't matter. All right. Number two, then you will find a management on the acceptance to give you enough time per week to feel totally accepted. Then you and Melanie and somebody have to figure out what that is to give you that real mental break to feel accepted. But once you get that, when you come out, acceptance cannot lead, cannot make decision. Take a back seat. Shut up. Let my lead passion lead. That's what the management is. Yeah.
Okay, that helps a lot. In that
Well,
case, I
can
do
you get
not.
this one off the leader group?
Yeah, I do not want that.
Thank you. Now, Kyle, you have to say this. It's very, very important because don't tell me. You have to tell yourself. You have to tell your acceptance tonight. I don't want you to be the leader. You can say goodbye to that. Are you able to? Acceptance means like that sensitivity you have, which is great, but you can focus with Melanie and somebody else, a dog or something. Okay. But most of your week cannot have a lot of room for acceptance. That's a tough one. You have to manage this from your head. So you almost have to say, this one you have been leading you for so long. I don't even know you are able to say goodbye. Are you able to?
I mean, here, yes.
Ah,
I think it'll be a process. Yeah.
oh, all right, so let me help you. You said it from your head right now, but your heart, we can do it tonight because we have other tool help you. That will be we have a process. PSSION, not just passion, is actually 7-step program. So they want to identify, we have the fishbone with some other tool help you to confirm why your heart longing so much for acceptance. From your past high and low experiences, that would dictate why acceptance is so heavily weighted. If we can go back to the previous history, we are able to give you a new narrative to say, hey, acceptance could be managed if you have give that low or high point of your life a new narrative with a PQ language. That's a big help. Okay. But I want you to say goodbye to acceptance. Now, you have to say goodbye from your head first. Your heart may linger, but we got to start somewhere. All right, go ahead. Your time.
Goodbye, acceptance.
Bye. Bye. You have been leading me for a life, maybe since 17 or since teenage years, but I'm done with you. Can you say I'm done with you?
I'm done with you.
Do you feel better?
I feel both better and a little bit confused now that
that's the right feeling. Thank you. Being honest. Very good. That's exactly why acceptance is hard. It's one of the passions that's so difficult to manage. It will take about 3 to 4 years. I'll be honest with you. There's no shortcut. No matter what people tell you, no drug, no medicine, nothing you can put in and make it feel better. No way. You have to manage it. But hey, don't worry. You have a leader coming. When you're passionate, going to lead. So you have something you can work on, focus. When the heart it does not agree with your head, that's okay. You can manage it. Is that okay?
Yeah. Actually, if you had said it would be easy to let go of, I would be a little pretty skeptical and feel kind of uncomfortable saying 3 to 4 years. Then it makes me, it reaffirms that it has been difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know what? I always say this from my clients, thousands of them. So I'm not trying to just be a motivation speaker. It takes as many years as how many years this acceptance start creeping into your life. So if you have been led by acceptance in teenager years for 10 years, like you don't have the acceptance at all, it may take 10 years for you to get out. Okay. But with motivation science, we could speed up a little bit. Instead of 10, we could cut down half and stop, because they have other motivation help you to compensate for it, to focus on. That's why it's very mind game. Love is never hard. Love is not hard stuff only. Heart just a byproduct following, but your head has to make decision. So if you want to love Melanie, you want to love your family, you want to love your future kids, you got to change here. The way you think of. So it's a good start. It's a good start. It's 4 years. I predict this one 4 years. If you cut it half to about 1 or 0.7, that's a goal. You have to cut all the sensitivity into half. I think you're able to work on that. That means you have to cut literally 50% of what you are sensitive about, where you want to get approval from. You have to get that off. You have to forget about that constantly. And you can have half of that getting approval. Say, Melanie, or a dog. I don't know what that is. Okay. But we can't go to detail because there are other tools to help you out. But this one, let me talk to passionate. Passionate out there, if you are high acceptance, it's not a bad thing. Some of you actually could have acceptance as a lead passion. Say you work as a fashion designer. You got to pick up your acceptance because you can channel your sensitivity to your client. So every fashion will just pick up something. You will channel your passion into, instead of channel that to be people's approval, you channel into that your product. For example, Apple product is definitely high acceptance product because Apple is not just a design product. Apple, the interface, the whole thing is reflecting Steve Jobs' sensitivity toward people. You see that? So if you have to channel this to work, craft, somebody else, a group, and then it's not just for you, how your heart feel. If you have to manage that, acceptance could lead. But that's actually much longer. That's why a lot of professional athletes are high acceptance. You want to please their audience, right? Home court, the advantage. That's why home court has advantage because everybody's rooting for you. Okay. So you see that? So that's very psychological. And so you could be led by acceptance, but if you want specific careers, you have to channel that into your career. Channel that into 40 hours of work and try to learn from. If you don't have that kind of job and you want to be led by acceptance, I have to say, God bless you. It's a tough life. It's just like, whoo-hoo. Okay, so that's very tough. So today you see Kyle making a decision, let this go. I think he has been led by acceptance, but that's not just him. That's not him though. I think acceptance is due to I bet it's in teenage years, something happened. So it can kind of, how should I say, it's added onto him. It's not really him. If he are able to restore to who Kyle is really as a teenage boy, less sensitive teenage, that's who he is. That's a comfort zone. That's a really comfortable passion level for that. So okay, back to Kyle. Ready to let this one go, right? Cool. All right. So I'll just dismiss it. Gone. Bye. Acceptance. No, when I say bye, it's not -2. Okay, it's not -1. It's still high. But you are able to know when acceptance kind of jump out of the whole thing. Say, I need you. You have to tell your heart, say, hey, please shut up. I'll manage it when I have this time with Melanie. When I do that, feel accepted. But hey, it's not your time. Is that okay, Kyle? All right. So I may get somebody curiosity. You want to lead by eating? Probably not. Unless you want to be a chef. No, okay. Eating just be something for you to relax, but you have to manage the eating. Okay. Curiosity, it could be a candidate, right? Let me leave there. Good. How about saving, which I talk about saving.
Not as a main driver, no.
That's your driver right now, right?
It's one of them. I do not want to choose that as a main leader.
Okay. Out. One more. Status. Prestigious.
That is a candidate.
Tranquility. You want to find a tranquil place. Don't take me wrong. People, the traditional psychology, this one is actually stress level. So stress level is highest in the world. But from the motivation side, it's change. The way you want to find a tranquil place for you and your family, the next level, if you do it right, manage it, it could be peacemaker. Do you want to make peace with people? Can you be an attorney and a peacemaker? Yes. But that would depend on what kind of law you practice. Great. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So you could start with this, but there are law firms, practice law that will help become a peacemaker. Does that make sense? Yep. It's not to tear people's marriage apart. Instead, they practice some law to help smooth transition of certain things to resolve something. So there are places for law, very little, very small. The percentage is shrinking, but there are places like that, pro bono and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So there are places like that. So it's there. It's okay. And ultimately, something we call extreme camper type of tranquility is like you take risk, but you want to make every step so safe. People can follow you to go over that stress level they have, but you would lead them into a tranquil place. But the journey is so risky, is so adventurous. but you say, I'm willing to take that risk to manage my tranquility, to provide you something peaceful down the road. That could be, so I think you want to leave it there, right?
Yeah,
How about
definitely.
vengeance? So now you have 4 left. Oh, I feel much better. I feel much better now. Okay.
And get rid of vengeance.
Vengeance is gone.
Yeah.
Hey, then that's one thing keep you to be a lawyer. Are you willing to let it go?
Yeah, I do corporate law, so it's okay.
You're lucky that way. Okay, here we go. All right. Now you have 3. I feel much better for you because, come on. Now this is more. It's cleaner. This is more manageable. This is something you could work with, and you could work with Melanie, with people around you. Much better this way. Here we go. Which one?
We can drop status.
Okay. Here we go. 2.
It's really between those 2. Okay, give me a time limit and I'll choose.
All right. So I'll give you 30 seconds while
Okay.
I'm talking. Okay, I'm talking. All right. So Melanie, I'm going to cue you in here next moment. Once Kyle have the final thing, Melanie, I want you to now, without Kyle picking, I want you to guess what your husband of 10 years going to pick. Are you ready, Melanie? Can you just unmute? Do you have a video on, Melanie? Melanie.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, don't talk yet. Don't say anything. You are sideline. You are sideline today. This is,
okay.
your husband, but no, he's a pensioner today. Nothing to do with your husband yet for about one hour. But I want to write down on a piece of paper what he's gonna pick. Okay. So no,
Okay,
seriously,
let me get a piece of paper.
10 years of marriage, you can't. No. So okay, here we go. Thank you, Melanie. All right. So Kyle, don't look at your wife, your beautiful wife, and all that. Forget about it. It's you, Kyle. It's you. All right.
Okay, I'm blocking her.
Yeah, blocking her, please. Blocking her from your mental right now. Like
Or
she's
paper.
here, she's not here. Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right, so you still have time. Okay, let me just shut up. I'm just talk. I'll let you just think about it. Once you are ready, raise your hand. Do you know how to use the raise your hand reaction? Yeah. Once you are ready, let me know. So Melanie, can you write down? Once you are ready, raise your hand too, so I know. Write down 1.
Okay.
Okay. This is 10 years of marriage. Okay. And I know the answer too. Okay. When you Melanie made decision. That's how this couple usually decision is made by Melanie. I know that the first decision. I got it. I got the time difference. I got it. Okay. but it's your life, Kyle. It's your life. It is your life.
Yes.
No, take your time.
Okay.
No, I'll give you another 30 seconds because you know
Okay.
what? I don't want to change this because this is one of the toughest thing a lot of people have to do that they never get a chance. Nobody sit down with them. Their parents don't know how to do. School don't care. Your boss doesn't even know. They don't care. The society doesn't care. Politicians don't even give a damn. So this is so important. This is a no man's land. I call it no man's land. Okay, no woman's land, whatever you call it. It's somehow a process for us to become happy and effective, to be unique, yet could live happily together start with us. We all have to go through this passion process. This just demonstrates, you got it, right? All right, so Melanie, so you cannot cheat. So you cannot say, so you have that, right? Can you write it down on a piece of paper?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
here.
So folks, now this is 10-year marriage. It's one of the crucial moments of the man to become a man. No, when I say this, I hope Kyle, you know, I'm not trying to undermine your manhood, but this is something will make you start a 17-year-old you to start to manage that young and useful passion, to start to consolidate focus, and you will be who you want to be. Minimally, start from inside. Okay, ready? Kyle, music. Okay, go ahead.
Tranquility is what I choose.
All right, tranquility. Curiosity, bye. Here we go. Oh, that's a big, big decision. Here we go. All right. Melanie, show me.
Oh, I have my background. I
No,
chose
I
the
got it.
same thing.
Just stick to it. I need to prove. I need to prove to everybody out there, passionate. Got it. 平静安稳 in Chinese is tranquility. Hey, you guys supposed to be together longer, 10 years, pretty good. You guys know each other well. Melanie know you, Kyle.
Yeah, because for me, I was deciding down to that last 10 seconds too. So she wrote it down before I really made the decision.
All right. All right. So Melanie, can you tell us why you know Kyle going to pick tranquility? Now she can speak because now you make decisions. She's not influencing you, right? So between couples, we got to have the moment like this. Like some of the wife just yap, sorry. Or husband just like, so I know Melanie, you are not like that. So please give everybody we call unassuming time. Let the other part, your spouse, to have time to process stuff without pointing out the past failure or success. Just like today, right? Kyle is able to just manage all things, make decision, and come down to a very important decision. But I want the wife, Melanie, go ahead. Why you think he's going to pick that?
I think he has been looking for that for years.
Years?
So,
No. How many years? Since Beijing time?
probably since he was a teenager, but more so like recently.
Wow. Here we go.
But I thought he's gonna choose the social. There's a social contact or something.
I eliminate. That's a coach elimination. Okay. Because no, if he high under the social, he's going back to a teenage boy. That's not good because that number is that high. Tranquility is extremely high, 2.0 in the world. Now, this is not easy choice. Now, Kyle, this one is tough. I have coached many world leaders led by tranquility, world-class leaders. Some of them lead a very successful daycare center for seniors. I've seen them lead a multi-million-dollar business. But Kyle, it's a narrow road. Are you okay?
What do you mean by narrow road?
That means you don't see a lot of people like you.
Okay.
You have less role model to model after. You have less textbook you can read, less psychological stuff or counselor you can talk to. This one is a tough one, but it will help. So I think, are you a peacemaker, personality-wise?
At my best.
Okay. So then you probably belong to extreme camper type of people. Let me explain extreme camper more. Extreme camper are themselves very highly stressed, but something within that or something they never get as a child or as a guy or as a lady, they would love to take risk and take a group of people with you so that you can go to an adventurous trip that you'll get to a place you will have finally that tranquility. Let me give you an example. Have you ever seen an extreme camper in US? It's a sport. Most of rock climber, they go up to the rock, they come down. I'm here, I conquer, I risk. They're usually low tranquility people, right?
Yeah.
But there are camper people, they go up to the edge of the cliff. They don't come down. They put up the tent. They stay for a night. This usually high tranquility people. You know why? By risking a life, they do everything very safe, but still risky. But they could get a night that the tranquility that nobody else can provide in the world. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Not just a thrill of life or climbing, but they have one night, no cell phone signal, no city light, It's just them and the nature and the risk. That's the ultimate form of tranquility from the motivation science. Maybe that's why you're never satisfied, because there's such a big drive for tranquility in your life. I could almost picture your childhood. You probably didn't have it.
Yeah.
So you are looking for that. You actually go to Beijing looking for it. You are doing, wow.
That was not a great place to look for tranquility.
No. So we have a lot of work to do. So Kyle, before I come back to you, Mel, you have 1 minute to say something to your husband. Go ahead.
I think the one point that I realized is like Kaya was led by acceptance for a long time, and I agree that that was not him, and I'm so glad that he finds something else, because I saw he was miserable for years. Well, I did realize he was driving by that, and I didn't like it, and I'm glad that you told Coach K told Kaya that that shouldn't be the case.
No. Hold on. I never told him that shouldn't be the case.
No,
I
I
just
mean, like-
simply pop up acceptance. I simply just say, Kyle, please make
Kyle
a
chose it.
decision.
Yes.
I know I'm not, and he
Okay.
made his own decision. Melanie,
Yes, he did.
when you talk to him, you have to say, my husband made a very decisive move. Finally, after 10 years of decision, he's let go of the old friend called acceptance.
Yes, I'm so glad that he did it.
Right. So we have a lot of work to do, Kyle and Melanie. This one, because we are just just cracking the surface, because now we have a plan. We have a direction, but we don't have a plan. I'm sorry. We have a direction. We don't have a plan yet. How with this plan a career? Now, don't quit your current job. Instead, this one probably provides the best tranquility you could have right now because it's stable. Am I right, Kyle?
Yeah, that's true.
Don't quit it,
Okay.
but don't go to work looking for acceptance. Are you able to do that? That's a plan, but how to do it need to be talked about. Make sense?
Yeah.
How to become a practice and we just set a goal after this corporate lawyer life. What kind of tranquility you want? That need to be talked about. Melanie should start talking about. For you, you almost have to think about where you two want to retire. I'm serious. You have to lay out the whole life like that for you to be able to feel like, wow, I have something to work toward. I'm serious. Am I right? Yeah. See, look at Kyle's face. Like, oh yeah, Coach K is touching upon this. I know you are nowhere that you should look for your time, but you should talk about like your life, how you want to spend life together, where you want to really find a tranquility down the road. What kind of job, what kind of saving you do, what kind of financial strategy you have. So you two can really start to project like the tranquility life we can have together. Then you could come back out, work as an attorney, fully motivated because you have a goal. Make sense?
Yeah, I find that makes sense to me.
See, I haven't even touched relationship, but Melanie, does it help you? I think you have now relationship. There's something you don't have to do. It's something kind of today, just the melting point, or at least some clarity. Can I say that some clarity going on, right? Relationship.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
All right.
I think that's what we were trying to work on recently. Like, figure out the plan, not like for retirement, but like, figure out a plan so Kyle feels safe.
Okay. So usually we will say the Tranquility 2.0, the peacemaker to extreme camper. That means, Kyle, you need to plan out with your wife the next year plan, 3 year, 5 year, and start to imagine what kind of tranquil environment you want when you guys like get old. I'm serious, because if you don't talk about it, your marriage may sometimes feel very vulnerable. Because there's something, whatever Melanie tried to do, Kyle, you won't feel satisfied because it's not talked about. Or you lose your goal to work together in a marriage. Like, you need that long-term type of talking. Am I right, Kyle? You need to talk about long-term.
Yeah.
A lot to do. We don't have a plan yet, folks. No, today is a start. All right. So before we let both of you go, hey, Kyle, give me your feeling right now. How you feel?
I feel a weird mix of relief and anxiety. Relief
I like
that
it.
I found that relief that I am speaking these
Clear.
things out loud. Yeah, and that they feel correct. And then a little anxiety that I'm not entirely sure the next concrete steps and how difficult it will be to move away from acceptance.
That one is a big one. You need help, but that probably take more coaching and stuff to plan out. That's what coaching is doing. Okay, it's plan this by now, a plan. Okay, but number two, Kyle, if you're moving to really lead by tranquility right now, that means all your life will deal with anxiety all the time. But you will turn that anxiety into motivation. So, in our brain, there's a place called fight or fly mechanism. So fight or fly is where this tranquility is. Okay. So if you are able to manage that, it will become like you are able to make a decision to fight or fly this time. But anxiety will become a motivation for you. But that one will take much longer. So you need stability right now. Don't quit your job. As painful as it is, if you change your acceptance and manage it, your job will feel like right away 50% more happier. Right away, if you can manage your acceptance. Don't get acceptance from a boss, your client. Don't even try it. Be you. But bring a tranquility into the situation. Look for that peace. Look for not the competitiveness, but look for that. How can I be the peacemaker in there? You will thrive in that. Believe in me. Believe that. Believe what I just say, because I've seen that. But it will take longer time than you thought. This is a very, very powerful. Every society, if they have people who can manage the tranquility and lead their generation or their family, even society, into the tranquil place, these people become not just politicians, they become the leaders. They become, you know what I'm saying? They become the thought leaders. They become movement leaders. These are the people like that. You kind of belong. So you need to get a good coaching session. Now, I'm not trying to make money out of you, but you got to do something, because this is a narrow road, as I say. I just say this is not easy, but I'm happy you picked this, not the other. Okay. Now, Melanie, you and Kyle have to practice as a couple using PQ language. Now, he's kind of coached by me for an hour and a half. So you two start talking, planning, manage acceptance. Are you willing to help him to manage acceptance, Melanie?
Sure.
How?
I feel like I have been doing that. Well, I don't know how.
Oh,
but I'm
you have been doing a good wife.
I have been trying. I don't think I have done it, but I have been trying. So
Okay. And if he's very bad mood, feed him well. Take him out, eat well. Okay.
Yeah.
Do eating, and create an unassuming environment that you two just not talk about performance, anything. Just sit down, like don't even have to talk. Just unassuming together. You know what I'm saying? Could be anything. All right.
Yeah.
That comes naturally to Melanie. That's not going to be an issue.
See, you are very lucky. Okay, Kyle, but you got to do you have to come up your side of thing. Okay, Kyle. All right. So constantly every morning you have to get up, and maybe Melanie just say, hey, Kyle, go get them. But don't say that. Okay. For high accept people, it's not good. and just let him to have, like, you don't have to accept by your boss, your client. Be you. Bring your passion, bring who you are on the job. Okay. All that need to be almost on daily basis. All right. All right.
Yep.
One question from you, Kyle. I'm going to wrap up tonight.
From me or for me?
From you.
Oh,
not
from
for
me.
you. I don't have question for I have
okay.
tons of questions for you, because this one, as a leader, tranquility, it's different from a lot of other counseling or stuff. People usually view this as a negative stuff. But only when the motivation science start to kick in, we start to realize a lot of people are motivated by this. If they could manage this, that's what much needed passion for a lot of places, a lot of corporation, a lot of society, a lot of, age group, ethnic group, because this passion can go a long way to transform the society, transform people around you. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, one question from you. Yeah. Go ahead.
When I feel like I'm seeking tranquility and it hurts,
Yes.
what is one thing that I can do or think of to reorient myself?
Yeah. So tranquility as a motivation or motivational passion, it's almost like sacrifice yourself for other people's tranquility. Does that make sense to you? It's almost like to burn yourself like a fuel for other people. So that means you have to manage yourself. Don't sacrifice all the time. You have to get some maintenance on the burning self. Okay. So you have to find time, find ways. Could be eating, could be exercising, could be spend time with Melanie, as well as a very well plot out long-term plan for you to be able to not sacrificing yourself all the time or sacrifice your own you actually look very tranquil to other people, but within your heart it's like burning, like, oh man. Yeah. So you have to really deal that all the time. No, I have clients who are 2.0 tranquility, and he ended up providing, he talked very calm in his car, always play classic music.
Yep.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, everything looked tranquil, but his number is 2.0. And then he started to manage it and become the lead passion, not lead anymore, but once he started to manage it, it's pretty cool. So your situation is I bet if you start manage acceptance first, okay? Is that okay? And every time that tranquility lead, what that means is you just embrace your stress, anxiety, say it's okay. It's okay, I have a plan. I have a wife that loves me. And focus on manage your acceptance just for a season. Is that okay? You almost have to like allow yourself to be painful inside for anxiety, but cannot allow yourself to be wanting for approval. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense.
You have to kill the twin. I'm sorry, kill one of the twins. Okay, they are similar in your heart, but they are not. They are so totally different, two different motivation. So you should embrace anxiety, stress. You say, oh, the stress is good. No, I'm kidding. But when acceptance pop up, you will not allow acceptance to be there too long. Oh, I need acceptance. Somebody give me that side eye. So I see, and then your stress will go up. Then you have to say, now forget about the side eye or my boss doesn't like me. No, that's I'm not thinking about it. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
If we can separate these two, they are independent passions. You will make a big jump, quantum jump from where you are right now. Huge. That'll take about 6 to 8 months to just get it all over. All right. And then when you come back, you may not pick tranquility. See, that's the magic about it. So, but you know what I'm saying? That's okay for now. That's why you are in a transient. Melanie, your husband is still, just before you guys go, I've seen young men or old men in their 40s after PQ coaching. I watched them grow from 17-year-old inner man to back to 40-year-old. People can grow again. Okay, but you got to go through that. Okay. All right. Thank you, boss. Boss of you. We'll just get you guys to the background. Yeah. Thank you, Kyle. All the passionaires out there. I don't know how you feel. I really appreciate Kyle tonight. and Melanie to get a husband here. Tranquility. Tranquility in the old time psychology is pure stress, because if you don't have enough tranquility, the life just not satisfying. Whatever you do, just like, can I get there? I don't have it. Tranquility in the motivation science kick up another notch. It's not just a tranquil outside. It's you're able to practice, manage inside. So whatever going outside, you always have peace inside. And that peace is something, you got to hold on to it. So that means you almost have to coexist with anxiety, because that's who you are. You are created this way somehow. But at the same time, that anxiety and stress cannot be just pure stress. It has to be turned into fuel, turned into motivation, so I could focus on what I do today. I could communicate the way I want to. Even though I look at the world is falling apart, I have that peace. In Kyle's case, I have Melanie around me. Okay, I have a plan to have family in the next 5-6 years, to have kids. So I'm taking them for a journey that's very, very scary, given today's inflation and all that. But I'm not going to just feel stressed about it. I'm going to deal with it, because I'm the one. They are going the journey with me. If they are with me, I will squeeze enough peace from me so they will feel peaceful around me. See, so high tranquility people, when they become a lead passion, it's so powerful. A lot of them become movement leader. They sacrifice their own stress, anxiety, to be able to lead a group of people into a pasture somewhere to have ultimate tranquility. If it's come up from the dad could be just work so hard in a job, but he will never imagine how tough that job is. But when he come home, always food on the table. And he's happy because he found his tranquility at home. And this is how the tranquility could be a motivation. And some of us don't know that. We just want to get rid of stress, just get things down. We want to have just a more secure job. We just duck out of the place and find the tranquility. No, you don't find it outside. You find it inside. That's where tranquility is. So, hey, this one is so powerful. Without motivation science, we don't know this. I never know that. It's good. So, but hey, that's what you are unique. So today, I want to just let you guys know how 33-year-old lawyer, New York City, new attorney with a lovely wife, able to come out and be him first, uniquely him first, and then be able to go through this process to pick one. In that process, he's able to hopefully manage acceptance, other passion for a season, 6-8 months. I usually say 6-8 months to have a new you, to enjoy your passion, harmony, have a harmony inside you to live together. So for all of you high tranquility people out there, I know you exist, folks. I know you're out there, especially after COVID, after all this thing going on, politically, economically, you exist, but you're not alone, okay? You could turn this passion around. Be that peacemaker, be that extreme camper, that you have a purpose. Your stress is not in vain. Your anxiety could serve a purpose to lead your group to that green pasture. All right, all the passionaire, we thank you. Hopefully we'll see you next week. All right. Hello,